You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. State police were called to a fatal hit-and-run Friday night in Butler Township. Troopers found 24-year-old Dionis Ramirez Moya lying on the Interstate 81 southbound exit ramp at mile marker 151 around 11 p.m. Police investigated the accident and found that he'd been struck by a tractor-trailer that fled the area and was pronounced dead at the scene. Ramirez Moya was out on bail following an incident with his brother back on December 4th on East Mine Street, where he allegedly struck and killed his brother's parrot with a brick during the altercation. He was charged with simple assault and aggravated cruelty to animals. Anyone with information about the hit-and-run incident is being asked to contact PSP Hazleton at 570-459-3890. A Hazleton man was arrested following an investigation into a double overdose at a home on South Church Street. 26-year-old Victor Manuel Tejeda and another man were found unresponsive by Hazleton police back in April. Both were given Narcan and received additional medical treatment. During the investigation, Tejeda was found to be in possession of suspected fentanyl. An arrest warrant was issued for him in August, and he was arrested on Friday. Tejeda was charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance and taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $75,000 straight cash bail. A former Hazleton resident was apprehended by police in South Carolina on a felony arrest warrant issued by the Hazleton Police Narcotics Unit. 26-year-old Rakeem Singleton Jr. was wanted on drug charges stemming from a narcotics investigation conducted back in May. Singleton was located by South Carolina Highway Patrol and faced charges for an unrelated incident. He was remanded to the Marion County Detention Center and extradited back to Pennsylvania on December 9th. Singleton was charged with delivery of a controlled substance and criminal use of a communication facility. His bail was set at $50,000 straight cash. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court threw out a statewide mask mandate on Friday. The court decided to reverse Governor Tom Wolf's mandate that required masks to be worn in all K-12 schools and child care facilities. The Supreme Court upheld a lower court decision that the mandate was imposed by the acting Secretary of Health without legal authority. The governor's mask mandate was put into effect back in September, and he previously stated that he'd return the authority to local school districts in January. Districts across the state can now initiate their own masking policies. And with that, Governor Tom Wolf announced this afternoon that Department of Health Acting Secretary Allison Beam will be resigning from her position. Wolf said that he's proud to have worked with Beam over the past several years and that the Commonwealth's been fortunate to have had the benefit of her leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic. Beam previously worked as Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor before being named Acting Secretary of Health. Wolf will be appointing Department of Health Executive Deputy Secretary Kira Kleinpeter to Beam's position. A West Hazleton business has reopened just days after a fire damaged a nearby store. Customers were welcomed back to PetSmart in West Hazleton this past Friday. The store had to close down following an intense fire last Monday night at the neighboring Weiss Market. PetSmart sustained water and smoke damage during the fire that severely damaged the Weiss building. A firewall between the two buildings helped to minimize damage at PetSmart and allowed them to reopen. Meanwhile, crews continue to work on the Weiss store, but a reopening date has yet to be announced. A Pennsylvania gubernatorial candidate received an endorsement from the Luzerne County Republican Committee. The committee chose to back former Congressman and Hazleton Mayor Lou Barletta because of his track record as a leader in northeastern Pennsylvania. Barletta said he's grateful for the support of the Luzerne County Republican Committee and says that he's running the largest grassroots campaign in state history, which will lead him to victory next November. Barletta plans to fight illegal immigration, crack down on violent crime, and restore liberty by opposing vaccine and mask mandates. Some of the other Republican candidates in the race for governor include former U.S. Representative Melissa Hart, Senate President pro tempore Jake Corman, and businessmen Sean Berger and Dave White. A Luzerne County man was charged for his involvement in a fatal crash last January. 40-year-old Howard Briggs of Kingston was allegedly driving a cement truck that was prohibited from traveling on East Northampton Street in Laurel Run when he crashed into 62-year-old Louis Wakawiak back on January 11th. Wakawiak died from injuries that he sustained in the accident. Briggs was charged with homicide by vehicle, reckless driving, and numerous other traffic violations. He was arraigned Saturday and released on $100,000 unsecured bail. A stolen vehicle was recovered in Hazleton last week thanks to a new camera system. Hazleton police received an alert from one of the city's new automatic license plate recognition cameras back on December 4th that a black BMW SUV was reported stolen out of New York State. Police pulled over 20-year-old Nyree Clark in the area of North Church Street and Diamond Avenue and placed her under arrest. She was charged with receiving stolen property and released on $15,000 unsecured bail. Clark was the first person taken into custody as a result of the ALPR cameras recently installed in areas throughout the city, as well as West Hazleton and Hazel Township. The open enrollment period for Pennsylvanians to get more affordable and accessible health care coverage through Penny.com runs from now until January 15th. WYLN's Mackenzie Yocker has the details.
The Wolf administration has come up with a plan so healthcare coverage is available and accessible for all Pennsylvanians. The administration is suggesting Pennsylvanians to use Penny, which is a state-based health insurance marketplace during the open enrollment period through January 15th, 2022.
Our own insurance network here in Pennsylvania. So I want to encourage, obviously, every Pennsylvanian to check out Penny.com today and sign up for health insurance for the calendar year 2022. Penny is a one-stop shop. Now, obviously, we're in open enrollment, so it's the right time to shop for insurance. But it's also, Penny's a great place to get good advice on what to do if you're looking for insurance. Because I know health insurance can be very confusing, it's frustrating, and sometimes can be even a little intimidating. There are many options, and nothing is straightforward.
The state-based marketplace got its start in July of 2019 when Governor Wolf signed legislation. It has since replaced website healthcare.gov. As of now, there are 344,000 Penny customers throughout the state.
Insurance expert to call Penny. You don't even have to know for sure what you want or need, but just call Penny because they have a fantastic customer service team and they will walk you through every step. So I know it can be overwhelming, but again, the Penny team is there to help. They're going to help you understand the plans. They'll give you information about financial assistance if you need or qualify for it.
Get coverage that starts on New Year's Day. Enroll before December 15th on Penny.com or call 1-844-844-8040.
Through Penny, 22,640 Pennsylvanians have gained access to health insurance for the very first time. And for Pennsylvanians re-enrolling in Penny for coverage in 2022, we've seen around 50,000 people who have gotten a reduction in their premiums because of increased financial assistance.
To learn more about Penny, visit www.penny.com or call Penny Customer Care at 1-844-844-8040. For WYLN, I'm Mackenzie Yocker.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Coming up on WYLN News, proposed bridge tolls and giant holiday ham donations, plus 12/24 on 12/17. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, Go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Chura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9.
PennDOT's working on an agreement with the Pennsylvania Turnpike to collect tolls for proposed bridges, tolling on 9 state bridges. PennDOT's planning to toll bridges that include 2 in the Hazleton area to raise funds for replacing them. PennDOT's also talking with federal officials about allowing tolling on the bridges, but so far, the proposal has received opposition from residents and other state officials. The Turnpike will install tolling gantries on the bridges as part of its project to replace toll booths on the Turnpike. If the bridge tolls are approved, drivers can expect to pay $1 to $2 every time they use the bridges. The Giant Company announced that it'll be donating 3,000 hams to families in need this holiday season. The company will be busy this week bringing their platform For Today's Table to life by contributing a holiday staple to families in need. Hams will be donated to 14 partner food banks and pantries across Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. Giant and Martin's team members will also be busy volunteering at food banks and pantries to pack hunger relief boxes and organize and restock shelves to prep for the busy holiday season. 1224 is coming to the Wiltsey Center this weekend. The high-energy, full-scale Holiday Rock Orchestra will perform at the Wiltsey this Friday, December 17th. Show starts at 8, but the lobby will be open to the public from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. with local crafters and businesses. Tickets will be sold at Boscov's and the Laurel Mall for $25 each or online at eventbrite.com. Masking and social distancing will be observed during the performance, regardless of vaccination status. Visit wiltseycenter.org or their Facebook page for more information. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, we've got the details on the Christmas Boulevard's 75th anniversary in Community and You. Plus, who's leading the way this week? Stay with us and find out. But first, season's greetings from the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce.
On behalf of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, our Board of Trustees, and the fantastic team, we'd like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and a Happy New Year, and hopes that joy and health are yours and the ones you love for time to come.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
M&J Excavation, serving the area with quality and dependable home heating oil with competitive pricing. Also on and off-road oil delivery for your heavy equipment. They also provide paving and excavation services. 570-233-1898. Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. 1224 presents a high-energy holiday rock orchestra concert featuring holiday music as well as their own holiday creations. Inspired by the music and stage presentation of some of music's greatest rock orchestras, this group delivers. See them at the Wyln Center, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, Friday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Get your tickets online at wiltseacenter.org. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Tomorrow's care starts today with Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton, your ER partner.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we've got a very special treat. We are on location in Berwick with Mike Monaco, who is with the Berwick Christmas Boulevard. First of all, how are you doing today?
Oh, just wonderful. How about yourself?
Not too bad. So today we are going to get the details. I mean, the Boulevard has been open since December 4th? 4th, I believe, yeah. So, and this will be running until?
December 31st is the last night.
All right. Now, what are the hours that usually that everything starts?
Every night from 6 to 10, but when we have long lines, we leave the lights on longer.
Now, also, you guys are celebrating 75 years of the Christmas Boulevard. So I've seen a bunch of posts on Facebook about how, like all the pictures from the come up throughout the years. How has the response been?
It's been tremendous this year. The lines have been very steady. A lot of support from the community groups passing out chips, help set it up, and great response this year.
Now, how long does the Boulevard process and planning and stuff? This is not just an overnight thing. This takes time. There's an entire community set on making sure that this happens every single year.
Oh, this is a year-long process. We probably take a couple weeks off after we tear down the Boulevard, and usually February 1st, we're back to the drawing board and figuring out what we're going to put out this year.
Now, how does funding for the Boulevard work? Can people make donations for next year? I know that it already started this year, so how does that all work?
We're all volunteers, and that's all we get is donations. You can send them in, or if you go through, we have a donation box that you can throw spare change in.
Now, how do the lines work? I was going on my way home, and I could see it from the Nesquebec Bridge, so where should people start their cars? And
It's the beginning of Market Street, but you got to follow the traffic detours around to get to the beginning.
How does it feel to be able to put something like this together for the community? I know we've had a tough and rough past 2 years. Something that people look forward to every year is Christmas, and something they can look forward to in the area of Berwick is the Christmas Boulevard. People come from all over. What's that feeling like?
Oh, it's great meeting many people, and the best part about it is it doesn't matter if you're old or young. Just you're there, and that hour, 2 hours you go through it, you're in a whole different world, and life just seems better at that time.
Now, is there anything else that you want the community, our viewers, our audience to really take away about the Christmas Boulevard, about this year in general?
This year it's celebrating 75 years. We did pay a nice tribute to the military. We dated it back to World War II, the follow with the 75 years.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for squeezing us in today. And thank you, everybody watching out there. Remember, this will be happening until December 31st, so be sure to get in your car and get in line in Berwick, starting on Market Street, and check out the Christmas Boulevard for yourself. That's it for Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
No matter how busy life gets, your health needs to come first. That's why the relationship you build with your Lehigh Valley Health Network primary care doctor is one of the most important you'll ever have. From identifying your personal health risk factors to coordinating care with specialists, LVHN is here to partner with you every step of the way. And with the choice of virtual or in-person visits, it's never been easier to put your health at the top of your to-do list. Take the first step by visiting lvhn.org or by calling 888-402-LVHN.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Dennis Gans is leading the way to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future. This week, we're joined by Dennis Gans, Director, Pre-Hospital Emergency Medical Services. Dennis, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's start at the beginning. Tell us about growing up, what